Deborah Haynes from Sky News. Mark Rutte, the NATO chief, who is your friend, he called you daddy earlier. Do you regard your NATO allies as kind of children?
No, he likes me. I think he likes me. If he doesn't, I'll let you know. I'll come back and I'll hit him hard, okay? No? He did it very affectionate. Daddy, you're my daddy.
Terrorists, your game is through, 'cause now you have to answer to America. So lick my blood and suck on my bones, America. What you gonna do when we come for you?
Hey, what is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. I really do appreciate you guys stopping by and hanging out. Before we get into it, if you could, please make sure to watch as much of this video as possible. The best way to get this video out is audience retention, and that's you guys just watching it. So make sure to watch it, hit the like, hit the share, hit the subscribe, and smash the notification. And hey, I really do appreciate all that you guys do for me. But it seems like we're getting Donald Trump 2.0 with the media. These people are relentless and don't have no couth, no nothing, no substance to their questions. They literally just want to do anything they can to belittle this man and make him look bad. But it just doesn't work because he constantly owns them time after time again. And right here with the whole NATO thing, we have prime examples of it. Listen to they're just so smug and arrogant the way they ask their questions. Here, let's check it out.
Please, go ahead. Go ahead. Oh, fake news, CNN? Oh, yeah, here we go. Wait till you hear this question.
Thank you, sir.
You should really say how great our soldiers and our warriors are.
She really should. She's such a smug, arrogant, I don't even want to say the word.
I think everyone appreciates our soldiers and our warriors. I do have two questions for you, Mr. President. You just cited Israeli intelligence on these attacks. Earlier, you said U.S. intelligence was inconclusive. Are you relying on Israeli intelligence for your assessment of the impact of the strikes?
No, this is also Iran made the statement.
Yep.
And it's also, if you read the document that was given, that Pete can talk about if you'd like, the document said it could be very severe damage, but they didn't take that. They said it could be limited or it could be very severe. They really didn't know, other than to say it could be limited or it could be very, very severe. And you didn't choose to put that because it was very early after.
Because that would make Trump look good in the situation. That's why you didn't choose to put it. That's exactly why.
Since then, we've collected additional intelligence. We've also spoken to people who have seen the site, and the site is obliterated. And we think everything nuclear is down there. They didn't take it out. Okay, question? Please, go ahead. Go ahead. Yeah, blue dress.
Thank you so
Blue
much, Mr.
dress.
President. Yesterday you said China can now continue to purchase oil from Iran.
Yeah.
Are you giving up on your maximum pressure campaign? Because there
With
are
who?
sanctions right now.
With who?
On Iran?
No, look, they just had a war. The war was fought. They fought it bravely. I'm not giving up. They're in the oil business. I mean, I could stop it if I wanted. I could sell.
How idiotic are these reporters that they don't even ask the right questions, dude? What do you mean? Are you gonna still have problems with? No, this is the whole point of the ceasefire. Okay, now we can go back to business as usual. That's what these smug, arrogant reporters don't understand.
China the oil myself. I don't want to do that. They're going to need money to put that country back into shape. We want to see that happen. Would it? No. If they're going to sell oil, they're going to sell oil. We're not taking over the oil. We could have, you know. I used to say with Iraq, keep the oil. I could say it here, too. We could have kept the oil. No, China is going to want to buy oil. They can buy it from us. They can buy it from other people. But you're going to have to put that country back into shape. It desperately needs money. Yeah.
Mr. President.
Yeah, please. Here we go. I'm picking the beauties today. Go ahead.
This is what I've missed. I've missed this. We did not get this with Joe Biden. We got to laugh at Joe Biden because he was such an idiot. We get to laugh at Trump because he owns the media like he's their daddy.
Mr. President, Secretary General Rutte has described President Putin as an adversary, a threat, an enemy. Do you view him the same way? And in addition to that, you mentioned General Kane, your chief of staff, the chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff.
General Kane.
Yes, he has said that Mr. Putin has territorial ambitions beyond Ukraine. Do you view that in the same way?
Possible.
President?
I mean, it's possible. I know one thing, he'd like to settle. He'd like to get out of this thing. It's a mess for him.
Yeah.
He called the other day. He said, can I help you with Iran? I said, no, you can help me with Russia. Because, in the last...
And people think that Trump is owned by these people. I very, very, very do not see it that way at all. Not one bit. It seems like Trump is playing chess while they're all playing checkers.
few weeks, we took care of India and Pakistan, Kosovo, Serbia. I think on Friday we have coming in, the Congo is coming in and Rwanda is coming in. That was a vicious war that went on, a machete war. Heads chopped off all over Africa.
Sad.
They're coming in. We did two others in addition to that. Nobody's ever done anything like this. No, I consider him a person that's, I think, been misguided. I'm very surprised, actually. I thought we would have had that settled easy. I've settled 4 of them in the meantime. But he did call up, and he said, he's close to Iran. He'd like to help us get a settlement. I said, no. You help me get a settlement with Russia.
Right,
and
exactly.
I think we're going to be doing that too.
You guys make sure you worry about your war that's going on and get this thing settled. You guys come to a ceasefire with your stuff and let Trump worry about what he's worrying about. You guys don't worry about that. All right, Putin? You go worry about your own country for now.
Yeah.
I'm Steve Ducey.
All right, so here's some more from his summit with NATO.
Sure, but I'm not going to have to worry about that. It's gone for years. It's very tough to rebuild because the whole thing has collapsed. In other words, inside, it's all collapsed.
And just so you guys, for context, what he's talking about are the nuclear facilities in Iran that CNN decided to say, they might be destroyed, they might not. No, they're done. They're done for. Legitimate, all 3 of them are done for.
Nobody can get in to see it because it's collapsed. You can't go in to see a room that has, 10 million tons of rock in it. And the tunnels are totally collapsed.
But they rebuilt.
Yeah.
Well, they've already looked at the tunnels. This was an unbelievable hit by genius pilots and genius people in the military, and they're not being given credit for it because we have scum that's in this group, and not all of you are. You have some great reporters, but you have scum. CNN is scum.
Yeah,
MSNBC is scum.
Scum.
The New York Times is scum.
Scum.
They're bad people. They're
terrible.
sick. And what
they do nothing promote fake news and propaganda. They are the propagandists. That's why they call us the ones that are pushing the propaganda, because they're reflecting on what they actually are.
they've done is they're trying to make this unbelievable victory into something less. Now, even they admit that it was hit very hard, okay? But it wasn't hit hard. It was hit brutally, and it knocked it out. The original word that I use, I guess it got us in trouble because it's a strong word. It was obliteration.
That's not a strong word. These people are just crybaby liberals. That's all that is.
And you'll see that. And it's going to come out. Israel is doing a report on it now, I understand. And I was told that they said it was total obliteration. You know, they have guys that go in there after the hit. And they say it was total obliteration. And, you know, I don't want it for me. I want it for the pilots. I want it for the military. They did such a good job. If you were in the Situation Room with me, with the generals and all of the people that did such a good job, and then they get demeaned by these idiots at CNN.
That's true. That is very true.
Places dying.
They're just doing whatever they can to get ratings and get people to watch them. But everything they tell you is all fake news, and you guys still eat it up time after time after time.
Nobody wants to even waste their time going on their shows. So they form with the New York Times, who's dying also. Without Trump, you wouldn't have a New York Times.
Yep. That's very true. Because they can't stop talking about him. All they do is talk about Trump. It didn't even matter if he wasn't president for the 4 years prior to this. They did nothing but talk about Trump. Trump's coming back. Trump's coming back. Trump's doing this. Guess what? He's back, motherfuckers. And it's not playtime anymore. It's time to get this shit back in order and get our country back to where it needs to be. And it's not even just our country. He's bringing peace to the world. I mean, you got people at NATO for what he did with Iran and Iraq calling him daddy. Rightfully so. Because they're like a bunch of kids in a fucking schoolyard that don't know how to act. All he did was intervene, do what was right, and bring Iran to the table to really get a ceasefire and a negotiation done. I don't know, dude. You people just... It doesn't make sense to me. It don't make sense.
Sky News.
Good.
Mark Rutte, the NATO chief, who is your friend, he called you daddy earlier. Do you regard your NATO allies as kind of children?
No, he likes me. I think he likes me. If he doesn't, I'll let you know. I'll come back and I'll hit him hard, okay? No? He did it very affectionate. Daddy, you're my daddy.
NATO allies, though, as kind of like children, and they're obviously...
Yes, they are. They act like children. When Trump was out of office for 4 years, they all decided to just do whatever they wanted because they knew Joe Biden had no accountability to hold towards them. That's all that was. Now Trump's home. Guess what? Daddy's home.
Listening to you, and they're spending more, and you're obviously appreciative of that. But do you hope that actually they're going to be able to defend themselves, defend Europe on their own?
I think they need help.
By the way, Marco Rubio lost it during this. It is so hilarious.
A little bit at the beginning, and I think they'll be able to, and I think they're going to remember this day. And this was a big day for NATO. You know, this was a very big day. They took it. One of the gentlemen said, you know what? We've been trying to raise money raise the rate for...
By the way, Trump got everybody to sign, instead of putting in 2% to protection, they're all putting in 5% now, except for Spain. Spain's giving them some shit. I'll guarantee he has Spain give in. Watch.
For 30 years, he said, 20 years, from almost the beginning. And he's been there for a long time. He said, until you came along, it never happened. What you did is amazing. It's been sort of an amazing day for a lot of reasons, but also for that. Yeah, go ahead.
Do you think they can do it without you, though, in the future? Can they do it?
We've seen for 4 years, right? We've seen for 4 years without Trump. No, they can't. They're like children. They're incapable of being one with each other and just coming together as people. They have no capability of doing this. None at all. And it's evident.
Well, ask Mark. I mean, you have to ask Mark, okay?
Man, oh man. So last but not least, I don't know if you guys seen this. J.D. Vance had his own Trump moment, we'll say. His own Trump moment, okay? And he talked about, in Washington, the pink-haired liberals. You want to hear what he has to say about them? We'll find out.
Tell members at record numbers. What I see is an Ohio Republican Party and a national Republican Party that is fighting successfully for the American dream. So what I'd ask all of you, when you're going out there and you're knocking on doors, when you're going out there and you're making phone calls, when you're contributing hard-earned money to political candidates, when you yourself are running, because I know it's not always easy to be a political candidate. Trust me. In Washington, D.C., they have this thing where I think it means we're number one in Washington, D.C., but all the pink-haired people throw up this sign, and I think, you know, that means we're number one, right? I choose to take that as that symbol in Washington. But,
yo, I'm going to say this. I love that we have a vice president like J.D. Vance who's actually a normal person. He's literally one of us. He came up through a struggle. He overcame adversity. He overcame everything. And this man is now the vice president of the United States. And I'm not going to lie. I'm upset that we lost that we had it stolen. We had it stolen from us. I'm upset that we had it stolen from us in 2020. But I'm even happier that we won it in 2024 because instead of a rhino like Mike Pence as our VP, we got a bulldog like J.D. Vance as our VP. Somebody who can get the job done and carry this movement into the future after Trump's gone. So this, to me, is the perfect vice presidential pick. I said when I heard his name was in the top 3, me and my buddy were talking, and I said, I want J.D. Vance to get picked. He's not only is he Ohio boy, not only is he one of us, but he is a bulldog. He knows how to speak. He knows how to conduct himself. He knows policies. So this man is everything that we need in a vice president and our future president. So 2028, make sure if J.D. Vance is on the ticket, which I don't see him not being on the ticket, make sure you vote for him. And make sure to vote for me. No, I'm just playing. But on that note, we're going to end it. I really appreciate you guys stopping by and hanging out with me. You guys have a wonderful day. And just remember, without God, none of this is possible. Have a great one. Peace.
Terrorists, you're